Hi there, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, hi, I am Kelly, and thank you so much for stopping by today. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing the Dr. P.H. Martin's Black Star Black India ink in the matte style. And it's also a collaboration with John Middick from sharpenedartist.com. He goes by Sharpened Artist here on YouTube, and he is also the co-host of the Colored Pencil podcast. Him and Lisa Clow from Lacry Fine Art run that podcast, and you guys have heard me talk about the podcast more than once here on my channel. And they are officially almost at 200 episodes. There might be 200 by the time this video goes up. I'm not sure, but there's plenty of information there. If you are interested in any kind of help with colored pencil, I highly recommend you check that out. Now, it turns out John is quite the photographer, and he had this idea for a collaboration to where we both make an art piece from the same reference photo. And he is an awesome photographer as well as an artist, and so we went through a couple photos and we landed on one of this old Ford, and we decided to each do a piece based on that reference photo. Now, because car people tend to come out of the woodwork and share their knowledge with people, I decided to reach out to my dad so he could help me kind of figure out exactly what kind of car and model this was. And we both Googled for quite a bit and nitpicked about what was missing and wrong with some of the other cars and some of the photos. We have come to the conclusion that it's a 1953 Ford Custom Line four-door sedan. So if there are any car people out there that can identify this car by the artwork and the angle that it was drawn at, please let me know in the comments below if I am correct or incorrect. I would love to know. Okay, so moving on to the India ink review. I have been searching for a more matte style ink based on my experience from last Inktober. I had a lot of issues. As much as I really like the Winsor & Newton Black India ink, it's got shellac in it, so it ends up being pretty shiny and it ends up being very hard to photograph. So I really wanted to explore different types of inks. So I went on to Skillshare, and I have been actually taking a lot of inking classes, and I stumbled across this one, and it was taught by, hopefully I don't butcher this name, xoxo. And oh my god, she teaches a wonderful class, and it's actually called Ink Drawing Techniques, Brush, Nib, and Pen Style. And this woman captures so many great textures in her work, and it's just all straight up black and white, and her pieces are absolutely stunning. So I was really happy that I stumbled across her class, and this is actually one of her favorite inks, and I can totally see why. I've never come across an ink like this, and granted I'm relatively new with inks, but this ink, not only is it matte, it's the only really true black ink that I have found, you know what I mean, that looks black and it doesn't have a tint of blue or red in it. It's very just solid black, and once it's dry, it's waterproof, and it is not shiny in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so let's go through some of the actual features and details of this ink. And this is the About section from my Amazon purchase, so I'm just going to read from here. And this is what made me decide to actually buy this ink and give it a try, along with a recommendation from my Skillshare teacher. Well, that's a tongue twister. Don't say that 10 times fast. Anyway, Dr. P.H. Martin's Black Star India inks are light fast, permanent, and waterproof when dry. This matte finish ink will not reflect light, making it ideal for use on paper, illustration board, and canvas. It produces excellent results when used with technical pens or calligraphy dip pens, and I will attest that it also works really well with a brush. And it comes in a 30 milliliter bottle with a dropper. Now it also says on the bottle that you can use this ink in an airbrush, so I'm very curious about that, and I actually might give that a go as well. This ink was $8.99 on Amazon, which I obviously think is a really good deal for the amount that you get. It's a relatively big bottle of ink, and I definitely want to try more. I wonder if they even have any other kind of matte style ink, so I'm definitely going to be looking into this further because I had such a blast painting with this ink. It was so nice to work with. And as the bottle says, I can attest to the fact that it is waterproof once dry and it will not move, which is wonderful. I had a little bit of problems with some of the other inks that I've used in the past. This ink also dilutes down to make really nice gray toned washes in all different types of values. So that is something that I really enjoyed to do as well, because you guys know that if you are not new and you hung out with me during Inktober, you know that I like to do ink washers in all different types of values and just kind of build up the layers, and I was easily able to do this without it turning shiny on me and getting all weird on camera, because this, like I said, it's black. It doesn't have any tint to any other color in it. I almost feel like the Winsor & Newton one kind of has like a little bit of brown tint to it, which is not a bad thing. I actually really like the Winsor & Newton ink as well. But if you are repetitively layering like I do, it's not a good fit for you. And this one is really nice for layering. I really like it. And then it's really nice for just solid black color. Like, I'm really excited to try this with just a regular dip pen. It was very interesting to work with, and it was a pleasure. And the fact that it's light fast really toots my horn. So I know that in the future, when I was nervous about selling my Inktober pieces because I wasn't really sure if the Winsor & Newton one was light fast, so I will be looking into that. But this year, knowing that I'm working with this ink and it is light fast, I'm really excited to use this one for this round of Inktober. And I did just do some quick Googling / fact checking, and I cannot find or confirm or deny if the Winsor & Newton ones are light fast. It's not saying that they are, but it's not saying that they aren't either. So I'm assuming they're not, because light fast products tend to brag about being light fast. So this most likely will be my go-to ink from now on, unless I want some kind of shine to it. Or I'm just going to make prints and I don't want to sell originals. But all in all, this ink was so amazing to work with. I highly recommend it if you guys haven't tried it out yet. Like I said, just having that ink that's a true black, be truly black, is really nice, because then you have those really nice gray values when it comes to actually doing your washes. So anyway, if you could not tell from my review, I'm definitely giving this ink a thumbs up, 10 out of 10, 5 gold stars, however you want to throw that out there. It's definitely going to be my go-to ink, especially because it's truly black and it's light fast. I think this ink is truly amazing, and I hope you guys definitely give it a try. So I am really happy with how this card turned out. I'm definitely gonna have to draw some more cards like this in the future. They don't make them like they used to, and I feel like, God, classic cards are just so cool, and they're built just, they don't make them like they used to. Let's just leave it at that. And it's always really great when you have an awesome reference photo to work from. So I would like to thank John again for doing this collaboration with me. Make sure you guys pop over to his channel so you can check out his rendition and what he did with the same reference photo. I am sure that it is way more colorful than mine, but I was just very excited to try this ink out. Here's a close-up of my piece. Again, make sure you guys check out John. The link to his video will be in the video description. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome week, and I'll see you in the next one.